Welcome to the channel. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. So this is the Aliexpress sale for March. It's the 15th anniversary sale, as you guys probably know, and the sale is starting in just a couple of hours or a few hours from now when the video is released. So a couple of things, like with majority of the sales, is you want to look at two types of coupons which I've found. First coupon is what you see in front of you here, which is Aliexpress's own coupon codes. So you get like 12 quid off, £89 spent, 8, 6, 2, and it goes on. You also have your own coins that you've collected from previous orders. And if you leave reviews, stuff like that, they give you plenty of initiatives to collect some coins. And that gives you also a couple of quid off. Now, there's also coupons that you find in stores. So individual, like brand stores, have their own coupon codes as well. So obviously keep those in mind. But when you're buying from the website or from your phone, you can't actually select all or copy all, and a lot of the times automatically the coupon codes get entered unless you have any additional coupon codes. So yeah, check them out, and that's what's going to save you your most amount of money anyway. So what I have today is a wish list which I've kind of put together, and just some of the watches that I want you guys to take a look at, some of my recommendations. Around 95% are watches which I've touched and reviewed personally, so I know about them to give you a good recommendation. Now, let's make a start. The first one is from SH Watch. This is one of my most recent reviews. SH Watch Group Company, whatever they are, they've made some incredible watches in the past. I've reviewed, I think, the majority of the models. This one, the forged carbon, it's a 40mm PRX style homage with that whole Christopher Ward sort of dial setup. I really did like this watch when I reviewed it. It was unexpected. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was, but it really was. It fit well. The material was really different, really nice to hold and touch. So it's an incredible watch. And, I did a full review on this, so I'd like you to check that out if you want to learn more about this watch. The main thing in terms of price about this is it's $149 right now, but the upcoming price in a few hours is going to be £125, which I think is a steal, considering it's a PT5000 movement. It's also got like a sapphire case back, and yeah, as well as that forged carbon material that you see. So something very different. And the logo aside, I don't think it looks too bad on this watch, but yeah, the logo is a bit of a problem. But as a watch, I think it's, as I said, check the review out, guys. I'll tell you all my thoughts in there. So let's move down to the next one. This one is from Merkur. Now, I've looked at a few Merkur watches. Those that know about Merkur know they do have a slight customer service problem, where they don't really come back to you guys, and they might send you a different color, or not even that, they change certain things on dials and watches and they don't tell anyone, right? So when you order something, it might have a red second hand or a blue second hand, and it's not something which you knew about. But this is a Sector dial, and yeah, they do have a charming sort of personality about some of these watches from Merkur. They do use a hand winding movement. It's a Chinese movement. It's not expensive at all. But like, look at this salmon one, for example, this pistachio green, this very light blue, obviously the classic salmon as well with the blue hands. So they are fantastic little watches. An upcoming price, £110 for this particular one, but the ones with the straps, they're about £82.79. Third one down is from Seestern. We all know the sub 300T. Crazy price, that's why I pulled it up. Just under 90 quid for an incredible watch with loads of specifications, a loomed date wheel, loomed handset and dial, etc. Loads of different colors. These are all the version 3s. You've got aventurine, you've got yellow, you've got the army sort of camo dial as well. I really rate these watches from Seestern. So I think this was the first model that they came out with. So yeah, 90 quid. This will make this the best value for money watch on Aliexpress at that moment. Now, next up, we've got one from Baltany. It's a 38mm field watch, or a dirty dozen, should we say. It's got a sub dial at the 6 and a blacked out date wheel at the 6 also. The selling point for this, or for me anyway, was just that Fume Sunburst brand dial. One of the nicest dials I've ever seen. Again, this has been reviewed, so I do recommend you check out the review. 39mm watch. The case is incredible. Really high level of finishing and detail on there. I would say the leather strap, you can change that out. But upcoming price for just under £100, it's definitely a good watch to have in your collection. It looks really good. Then we've got one from Seestern. To date, this is the best watch they've ever made. Very high level of detail. The micro detailing is insane on these watches. The handset, the dial work as well. The markers, I haven't seen this level of markers on anything from Aliexpress. Yes, it's got a couple of flaws. You know, it's a GMT, but it doesn't have a bi-directional bezel. And that is the main one. I think the clasp also, it's a 3 micro adjustment clasp. It's not an on-the-fly one. But those two things aside, again, I've reviewed this. Please check it out. Yeah, it's so much detail. It fits really good on wrist as well for a 41mm watch. And yeah, everyone who's had one is not disappointed. This is such a high quality of watch. Now, this is not the cheapest it's been. I think in the August sales, it was around £175, 174 I think. And here in the March sale, you can get it for £180. So it's just on shy of 20 quid saving on the retail there, but I think it's still a good price, something worth checking out. As we move down, we're going to go to Addiesdive. Now, Addiesdive, you can look at all the watches. They've got some great discounts on there. Now, this particular style, this is not the only style. They've made a few different versions as well, but I'll leave you guys to dig around on this side. A hybrid quartz movement in this one, so the VH31, pick up and go, 36mm. I reviewed this particular dial color. Very nice dial color, but as I said, there's lots of other variants. Now, it's up for 40 quid. I think the upcoming price just drops by a few pennies, but 40 quid, steel watch with a mineral glass, MLN links, a very decent bracelet, decent all around, to be honest. This is what makes Addiesdive so popular. Literally, you can't go wrong with this. So, you know, with all the watches I'm picking out today, there's something for everyone, I'd hope. So we move on now to St. Martin. Now, usually these lists are flooded with St. Martin watches, but not today. There's just two really significant ones that you want to look at, from my opinion anyway. This one, which I reviewed, the version 1, and funnily enough, at the time I reviewed the version 1, the version 2 had just come out. They made some pretty significant changes though. So they did change the lug shape, they added some more finishing on the lugs, which was that bevel polished edges, and they also added a H-link bracelet. The bracelet and the case, you know, they added these bevel links, these bevel polishes, which went there on the version 1. You've also got the shark on there. You've got on-the-fly clasp, but the bracelet is stunning. Now, to look at that, let's check out some of the reviews. I think I've got some pictures here from somebody else who's kind of got these. So the black and gilt is my favorite one, but just check out that quality of that bracelet. Soft brushing, bevel edges. It's a really good watch with the NH35. Now, when they brought out the version 2, it was about 250, 260, which was a crazy price. But on sale with the bracelet, the upcoming price is 180, and I think that's again quite good. £180 you're paying for a watch with crazy detail, crazy finishing as well. And obviously the only thing is you have to just like the looks. But they've got a bracelet with all the colors now, so there's all fruit inspired colors. You could take your pick, and if you don't want to get the bracelet, it's 155 without. Let's go on down to St. Martin. Of course, this is the most popular watch, the Garda watch, which they smashed it, to be honest, in every size possible. 36, 39, and 41. And these are the most recent colors. I mean, if you were to navigate on this site and you go back to the classic colors that they came out with, which was the teal, the red, and I believe the burnt orange. With this combination here, this palette, you've got a purple, you've got a black and gold. The white, silver white visibility looks a bit poor, to be honest, but then you've got the green as well. And yeah, so some new colors there as well. Now, they have also come out with a GMT version with a 9075 Miyota, which is incredible news, but it's not available yet. Now, you'll notice there's no upcoming price on this, so I think this is just a coupon only from St. Martin's own store. So there's bound to be some savings there. If we go down, let's have a blast from the past. This is the MM300. Now, I've recently done a couple of MM300 videos on my channel, so when this one popped up, I thought, you know what, it's a classical watch, right? NH35, mono black case, ceramic bezel insert, you know, crazy lume from Heimdallr. Now, this one features the new dial that we've seen on the new released models. So if I can get a close-up and show you guys, it's got a newer logo anyway, which is different. I mean, I don't like it. I prefer the shark logo, which I think many people do. The dial pattern itself does suit this particular watch, the MM300 case. It's like a birch dial, should we say, with obviously the really micro detailing on the hands that's present. So yeah, really high quality details on the handset. So yeah, I mean, that's available there. So we've seen these watches years ago. I think it's still a really good watch. We're talking price wise, £88, guys. I don't think it's ever been that cheap. So for a really well made watch, it's under 90 quid. So that's another great deal there. I don't know how Aliexpress does it. I think every year stuff's just getting cheaper and cheaper. especially with some of these new old stock models that you have. So moving on, next is one from Cronos. Now this is, I think, the only one on the list which I haven't reviewed. I was about 5 minutes away from buying this. I seen it listed on Aliexpress. I mean, sorry, on eBay. And those real life picters on eBay, whoever was listing that was the watch, looked really good. I think from the specifications, obviously PT5000, 39mm sapphire, 100 meters of water resistance. It's already a good sort of Garda watch. And then you get this stunning textured dial. I prefer the darker grey with that red tip on the seconds hand, sort of like a Ranger seconds hand. And this handset here, I think it really matches the layout of the dial. And of course, you get a mini track as well. Well, more like a chapter ring, which does fill out the rehaut area. So I think that's a really incredible watch there. Again, I haven't seen it, but you can see the reviews and what people have to say. Very high quality finishing. You've got that beveled, polished bezel, flat brushing there. So it does look like a really well made watch. And this one is going to be £150. Again, no AliExpress discounts, but potentially coupons from the store. Now, as we move on down, there's not much more left, guys. Just a quick look. Another blast from the past. Now, a few people do say on my channel that I only review smaller watches and, you know, they want a massive watch for a big manly wrist. Well, here's your chance. This is the huge Tuna. 1,000 meters of water resistance. I mean, unofficial. I don't think it's been tested, but you know, it's a mono black case, I think, or it might have a very small screw down case back. But this is emulating, you know, Seiko's 1,000 meter Tuna, and you can get it in the steel insert as well as the black and gold. I did review this watch. It is a huge watch. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely going to fit those big, gigantic wrists that people want. £100, guys. Again, you know, the word no-brainer comes into mind with a lot of these watches. So as we move on down, we've got just last two now. One from San Martin, the 62 mass, the 39mm. Few colors: the green, blue, and the grey. You know, various prices here with the bracelet, but 122 upcoming price in this sale, which is a fantastic price for the sapphire crystal, ceramic bezel insert, the NH35 that they use, and just the overall build quality that you will get with San Martin. So £122 is definitely a recommendation. If you don't want to get it on the bracelet, it comes down to 116. So the last one, another Merkur, and again something with that bit of vintage character. And this is another Sector dial watch, but the split on the dial, you see the colors, they've gone for these more pastel colors. So you've got a brown, like a rose pink, blue, a greeny blue, purple, and of course that salmon. So yeah, some really nice choices there. Quite an elegant watch. I think I've still got one of them in my collection, or I've sold it, but I used to enjoy wearing that watch. I took a lot. So £85 upcoming price, which is very reasonable. So that's it from me today, guys. Just a small list, but yeah, bringing you some really good options, really, you know, good prices, some really budget friendly options as well, and some really different ones. So as I said, enjoy shopping. I've got about 20-30 things in my cart which I want to buy for side projects, so I've actually been waiting for some money off. So as I said, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys buy. That's it from me today. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.